Hello everyone, this is Autistic Oracle, aka Tasha. This is about my CE5 experience, my experience with seeing something definitely out of this world, and hopefully it will help to not be afraid to talk about it. So first of all, let's scare away some negative spirits. Let's do that before we dig into that, because fuck you negative spirits. Okay, and whenever the smoke comes this way onto your screen, let it cleanse your space around you as well. All you need to do is just to accept that that's it. So anyway, CE5. What this is close encounters of the fifth kind. That means initiation for the contact comes from humans, right? The person who is interested in initiating the contact itself. It's a meditative protocol that anyone can do. There's plenty of YouTube videos with this kind of protocol, either by the meditations by Dr. Stephen Greer himself, or other meditations, guided meditations, and there is an official application that you can download, and there is a meditation there as well, and you can connect with other people around you, or I guess across anywhere in the world, who also are interested in that, because the best way to do it and to get, I guess, the best results is to do it in a group meditation. That's obviously because there is a collective of beings, and they send the energetic signal to somewhere there, another densities or parallel universes, wherever the ETs can come from. It's better to do it with like-minded people, obviously, because the signal that you will send will be much stronger. It's going to be successful. It's probably maybe after a few times, but it depends, it all depends mostly on the state of mind you are in right now. My boyfriend told me about Dr. Stephen Greer back in 21, I guess, summer. So 4 years ago, a little more, we watched a couple of his documentaries, which I definitely, absolutely do recommend for people who maybe have doubts. Well, aliens, they don't exist. This is sci-fi. Please watch the Unacknowledged, the Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. There's other more newer documentaries, but they will open your eyes to what's been going on for decades and the information that's been hidden from people. It's a lot. I'm not gonna go into that. If you're interested, I can, I don't know, do another video or something. Or, I mean, you have internet. You can watch stuff on the internet now. You are welcome to do that by yourself. So in 2021, we watched a few documentaries. Boom, my third eye opened up pretty quickly after that, because during my life there were moments would lead me to the belief that aliens do exist. And my mom is a very open-minded, she's an awakened soul, and she told me that she had experienced something. She and her mother, my grandmother who passed away not long ago, may she rest in peace, they both saw something above the forest in the very rural part of Russia. I was little at the time, it was summer, and she told me they saw like bright lights just floating above the forest somewhere in the wilderness, basically, where there are no houses and people don't live there, just wild forest, basically. They saw those lights and they were moving in a pattern that wasn't something that was known to be human made, not like a military jet or something, nothing like that. And I guess maybe that was the moment that she got awakened and realized that this stuff is real. And she always loved sci-fi, which I guess I inherited as well. I love sci-fi movies, literature, because I don't know, I was always drawn to it, and on like a deeper level it never felt to me as if, no way, that's not truth. For me it felt more real than any other type of movies or books. And then when I was maybe 20 something, once we were just having a conversation, and she's a very educated person. She has a PhD in organic chemistry, and she She's just a very highly intelligent person with an open mind, and that's a very dangerous person, just in general. Those kind of people are very dangerous to the system. Anyway, so I am grateful that she opened my mind to this kind of stuff. She told me that she believes that the human DNA was manipulated by the aliens, and we are the descendants of the aliens from long ago. So I was always pretty open-minded about it. When my boyfriend told me about the aliens and stuff like that, he saw a craft himself several years ago, but maybe it was a man-made craft, or we don't know, because we know most of them are man-made, reversed engineered. I'm sorry. So all of that opened my channels, and definitely boosted my awakening, my spiritual awakening, and I don't know, it's been crazy ever since. And I discovered the CE5 protocol for myself. I downloaded the app, and a few times, the first times, I would say that visually I didn't really experience anything like significant. I've seen some like light flashes in the sky, but the most important thing is that I felt presence energetically, and it was always a blissful, very blissful feeling that I am loved, I am protected, and it was always a very positive and warm feeling. And then I've been doing this maybe once in a few months, and didn't really have much of visual stuff. And one time I remember I was in our backyard here, and there was a lounge chair. It used to be, we got rid of it long ago, but I would lay on it, and I decided to do CE5 with the Dr. Greer's protocol in the app. So I turned it on. I turned on the tones. What are they called? The crop circle tones, I believe. Yes. So I played them a couple times on the loop, and then I did the meditation. My phone was on the ground, so I didn't have it in my hands, and I opened my eyes. I did wear glasses though, my prescription glasses, just in case. What if I see something, I gotta see and not be blind in that moment. So I opened my eyes, and actually, so that's our backyard forest, and like above, I was here somewhere, like a little closer, and there in the sky, I don't know how far it was, I don't know how big it was, but it was pretty big. The object, I saw a moving craft very distinctly. I don't know how far is it, but to me, as I was seeing that the size in the sky maybe was like this, right? Like this big in the sky, and it was moving slowly, just in the sky slowly like this. And it was not night, by the way. It was maybe as bright as right now. Kind of the sun was going down, so it's getting darker, but it's still pretty bright. So it was lit up with the sun from one side, and I saw the shadows. It was like a three-pointed star, 3D pointed star, like a shape, with one corner pointing like this and two pointing like this, kind of like this, sorry, I don't know how to show that. And it was light silverish or grayish color, very light. I don't know what kind of material it was. It gave me a sense that it was, I guess, something. It looked like a stone, actually, more than some sort of metal. It was matte. It was not like shining with the sunlight. It was just light grayish, matte kind of thing with lots of details, but I don't know what they were. Either they were some signs inscribbled on the surface, or it was like the craft was made of parts, and like little parts, and they just, have those crevices and stuff. I didn't see the details. And it was moving slowly above like the forest, maybe, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 feet away from me in the sky, pretty low. So I saw everything as if I saw it like a spacecraft in the movie, a sci-fi movie, Star Wars or something. That's how just unbelievable it was. It felt like unreal. I wanted to grab my phone at that moment when I saw it, and I was looking at it. Obviously, I'm kind of in shock, because like, what? And as soon as I grabbed my phone, I'm like, please don't disappear. Please let me film it. They did not let me film it, obviously. And as it was moving, I was grabbing my phone, it was moving, and as if it entered an invisible portal in the sky. I didn't see the portal itself, but you can imagine, like, here's the craft is flying, this is the portal, and the craft is like flying like this, and it doesn't come out on the other side, right? So this is how it looked like. I didn't see the portal itself. I just saw the spacecrafts kind of flying into some invisible portal and just kind of eaten by the portal, and nothing coming out of the other side. And I was pretty shocked in a good way. And I couldn't believe what I have just seen. And to this day, this is the brightest experience and the most profound experience. And to this day, I haven't seen anything like that. I've seen orbs, I saw signs, I saw flashes when I request, and that after that happened, I started seeing more and more signs, more upgrades, receiving more upgrades. My psychic abilities were kind of activated, more stronger. I believe maybe there wasn't some sort of upgrades were sent to me. So this is my brightest CE5 experience. And I don't know if anyone who knows me in real life will watch this video, but if anyone does, then they would see that I'm not like trying to bullshit you and making up a story. I'm just telling my experience because I know that what's coming. I know who I am now. This is kind of my way of sharing the message. So if anyone who knows me in real life, which is not a lot of people, they would see, and like, for me, there is no point in making up the story and putting it out there on the internet where everything can be found. And obviously people would think that I'm crazy. People who are not ready will think I'm crazy. But that happened to me, and this is my story. And I've had more actually profound experiences with seeing beings with my own eyes. Usually they, for some reason, like to visit me at night, which is, I mean, okay, but just don't just wake me up all of a sudden. My sister used to scare me in childhood at night, so it's just a reflex and I get scared, but I'm always excited to see them. But night is when the veil is the thinnest, so this is, I guess, the preferred time for them to connect. I will share the stories about beings I've seen at night, and I've seen quite a few. Some are pretty scary looking, I'd say, and some I would hope to see many times again. A couple beings I've seen several times. So anyway, I had a question on Threads. Somebody asked me how like to prepare. The most important thing, the most like important tip I can give for people who are interested in trying. First of all, no fear, no anxiety. You should not feel like this is something, it's not scary. And just imagine you're highly intelligent, advanced beings, and somebody wants to connect with you who is scared of you, and just for, entertainment. That's not going to happen, because they are people just like us. They're much more advanced spiritually, technologically, all that stuff. For them, us seeing them as something scary or seeing them as gods, this is not the right mindset to have. They are people, and they will open up to people who are ready. Mindset is everything, and always try to connect with love. You don't have to be in a group to do it. You can do it alone. I've had plenty of different experiences, and you don't need others to try, at least. I hope you give it a try. I hope you will get your answers, and you will see your proof of their existence. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can comment below. I will happily either answer in the comments, or maybe I can make another video. If you had some sort of experience as well, that would be also awesome to read. Thank you for watching. Please engage with this video, or maybe don't. I don't care. I love you all. I love the world, and I hope we are going to enter a very, very magical era for the humanity sooner than later. Ooh, confirmation. 4:44 on the clock, but I'll edit it so it doesn't matter. You don't have to believe me. So there's that. Once again, thank you, and bye-bye.